Hello everyone and welcome to the Roulette League, the final match of Division 4 between Redfox and Meekah. And as you could hear already, I'm joined by the winner of the division, ThatObserver. Welcome.
How we doing? Yeah, sorry, I didn't realize we were live. I was just setting up the OBS myself to watch, but yeah, we have a good last match to send it off. Looking forward to it.
Yeah, we got the champion confirmed, but there is still one more question for these last two maps, which is who is going to be the third person who gets the chance at least to start next season in Division 3. ThatObserver will win Division 4. Meekah is guaranteed second place finisher, but third place is up in the air. If Redfox wins this match, scores at least 3 points here, of course, 2 map wins or a win and a tie, then he will be the third place finisher, beating Frivolous in this last match. But we are starting in Santa Fortuna, which is Redfox's pick. What is our spin, Observer?
All right, so we have Rico Delgado, sniper rifle as the drug lab worker, Andrea Martinez, letter opener as the barman, and Jorge Franco, barber razor as the band member. So kind of linear, depending on the strat, I guess, but not too bad, nothing too crazy. Barber razor, of course, is a bit annoying. You have to go up to Rico's place for that. But yeah, letter opener next to Andrea, so not too bad. Other than that, it's just how are they going to isolate those targets?
I never know if the Barber Razor is unique or technically unique, but it's of course the mention item, and the letter opener is with Andrea, and the band member and the barman, the two B letter disguises, both in the village, so that could be two decent kills, but of course it's so far away from Jorge, gonna be some back and forth, especially with the drug lab worker disguise.
Just thinking on myself, we might see a Red Fox draft from Red Fox, but like you just said, that drug lab worker is a bit tedious, but you could bring band member over and get the Jorge kill on your way over, so it's not like a lost cause, and maybe exit the speed car, so it wouldn't be too bad. But I'm curious. Looks like Red Fox might actually be going for his own strat.
Yeah, and I think you described it very well. After the isolation of Rico, after the first minute, we see the Andrea ISO at 2.5. You can't make it to barman, I don't think so, before you run out of time. So Andrea first, and then get the disguises, and Jorge second, Rico last. I'm not good at predicting, but it shouldn't be the longest spin with Redfox stat.
Yeah, I'm thinking it's going to be around. If he does it like the way I just described it, I'd give it like a 7 to 8 minutes. You would think it'd be longer because of the running, but the running actually doesn't take too much time. But yeah,
And
it's a interesting dynamic right now. How like you were saying at the intro, that it's kind of Meekah wearing the boxing gloves with Frivolous's name on the side of him. He's he's pretty much fighting for him, and Red Fox has to stand his own ground. So it's a really weird dynamic right now.
the dynamic today has been fascinating to see. Of course, first you were in the spectator seat, waiting for Meekah to drop a map, which did happen. Frivolous and Meekah did tie 2-2, which guaranteed your win, and now Frivolous, who is still in the chat as well, hoping that they can stay in the top 3, and it's not in their hands anymore, so it's always scary.
Yeah, I was actually more nervous watching Meekah today than I was in any of the matches I played myself. Not even that I would have got booted, just the fear of being forced to play off for my position scares me so much. I can't handle the eyes. If that makes sense.
The automatic promotion means so much, because otherwise the playoff, like everything can happen at the end of the season. It comes down to just one series of 3 matches. Would have been really scary. As you can see, Redfox with, I guess it's still kind of new, so I have to mention it, that it's a very nice isolation Rico outside the mansion. Gotta watch the last minute if you haven't seen it before, but there's Rico down.
Yeah, this is almost like a Red Fox strat comparison to Waiter comparison, because they're almost synced up. The only difference is Red Fox stayed in suit, so he could bring in a weapon with him if he wanted to, which he did as well. He has a Seeker on hand, whereas I don't think Meekah does.
Yeah, it's not the
Unless
most post for Redfox. That could have just been. What's the plan here? Did he not? Yeah,
I'm not
Andrea
sure.
is down, but was a bit strange for a second. could just be a heat maps moment to check which item is where.
Yeah, I'm curious. It looks like he's gonna go for Barman now quickly. But yeah, I don't know. Did Oh, never mind. I can see it on Meekah's screen. He doesn't have a smuggle yet, but it looks like he has it pretty nearby. Maybe over by the bar.
Yeah, it's either the bar or it's really hard to say because it's not going to show up close to us, but
Oh yeah, you're correct. It's definitely somewhere further.
because it's a juggler worker disguised for Rico, I can imagine that he defaulted to the Cocoa Field for the sniper rifle, and that of course just leaves him with one-handed firearm, which I don't know exactly anymore, but it could be the Seeker if he has the stolen silence pistol from the weapon rack.
Yeah, I think you're correct. He definitely probably put sniper in that Cocoa Field shed because he does have to bring it back. But yeah, really similar right now. So close. Just a bit of a faster Barman grab there for Red Fox, but still anybody's game.
Yeah, and as you said, it's not revolutionary what Redfox does, but it's quite handy for these little things of the ability to bring another firearm or start in your suit. It gives you more versatility, but Meekah is still on his heels because there was the first isolation with Rico in the first minute, and then Andrea downstairs at 2.5, so it's almost tight so far, but Redfox will be the first to get this first kill with the letter opener in a couple of seconds.
And yeah, I was just trying to think as well. The difference as well, I suppose as well, is that Red Fox doesn't have as far to travel. He has a bit of a safer path back to Rico, whereas Meekah actually has to get over to the garages because that's where he isolated Rico. So getting the sniper over as a drug lab worker could be a bit of a pain and cost that like extra 20 seconds. Maybe even clip a camera on the way. So definitely a bit riskier, but have to see how it plays out.
The best case scenario for Meekah is that he takes the same route to Rico as Red Fox does at the start of his strat. So from the Cocoa Field gate to the sports car, and then you may have to turn around the guards with a bullet. But it may even be a longer route, especially through the caves or through the hippo area. We'll have to see how longer it will take. But of course, Rico last means that the exit is right there. That's his saving grace at the moment.
Yeah, definitely. And I was just thinking he could even leave for Red Fox. He can leave his band member here, take a mansion security. He's free to skies to get in now, get the Barbarizer, come back.
Mm-hmm. And that might just happen.
Now, why? Excuse me?
This is scary. But
they don't look through the door. Oh my god, that's so ballsy, as they would say.
I never even considered it that the bodies would not be found there.
Psychopathic.
But that's amazing, and of course it saves. I mean, it's Red Fox's strat, so obviously we have to believe him there. But it saves all basically the action what Meekah does right now, because they are so similar. But Meekah has to be trespassing here, or rather stay in this hostile area to get the Barbarizer, and it will set him back by a minute even, compared to Red Fox's beeline and straight line.
Really nice here for Red Fox. I can't get over that door. That just shook me for a moment, but like you said, Red Fox knows.
Yep.
As they say, don't knock it till you try it. Red Fox taking that literally.
Yeah, that was great defining moment of the spin so far. But Meekah is, now he's looking for a mansion guard as well. This is an annoying part for the two guards, but this guy is secured here, and we'll just go for the Barbarizer himself.
Yeah, looking really good for Red Fox right now. He's going to get that second kill ready. Going to go for Jorge and hopefully do it.
As long as he doesn't mix up the kills, of course, because now he has the Jorge disguise and the Jorge item, but no juggler worker. And of course you have to leave the briefcase here with the sniper. But looking good for him so far, just not exactly sure why the dragging was necessary.
Yeah, I was worried for a moment he might have been considering doing the kill and worried someone might see it, but looked like it was just a safety precaution.
Redfox will keep carrying the sniper rifle, I assume just to open a gate or two. Otherwise, you don't want to leave your sniper behind, especially if it's a kill item.
Yeah. Nice as well for Redfox. He went through that gate one way, so when he comes back, that gate will be open for him as well. So he doesn't have to worry about getting a key or anything. I don't think so anyway.
I don't think so either. It definitely trips me up in some spins when I don't open this gate and then coming back at the end of the center run, you find yourself at a closed gate, but it won't happen
Makes
for
no
Redfox.
sense when you think about it. You can just put your hand through and open it from the other side if that's the case.
Right. Might even be... we don't even talk about the stand-proofness or what is a wall in these situations and whatnot. Just have to trust the game that it's closed.
Very true. Bit of waiting here for Redfox and Meekah. Jorge's in the shed, so kind of annoying. But of course, when they hit that seeker on him now, when he comes out, he's going to go to the correct toilet. But it's not too bad. Can't really be too angry at that.
Meekah has some great timing here. It's the second cycle for Jorge, but perfectly after leaving this area, it should be in the green, or still have Meme Junkie's old Seeker image in my mind, but yeah, that will be definitely closer to the right bathroom. And Redfox also hits on a moving target.
Risky shot as well. I think Redfox only had one shot because he used one on Rico at the beginning, so if he missed that, that would have been a major hiccup. But luckily he hit the shot.
Absolutely. And yeah, Jorge was still moving and no distraction was made there, so could have gone wrong, but not this time and not for Redfox. And we will see almost synchronized second kills. I think Meekah will be on 2 kills earlier and will appear to have a slight lead, but just the fact that his Rico is a bit more isolated there will make it really difficult. Redfox can just go back for that third kill because he has already secured the juggler worker disguise.
Yeah, so it's really good. It's really close right now still, like you said. There's a couple of things giving one person the lead, but oh, Redfox almost ran into an enforcer there. I got spotted.
So hostile area, it feels really quickly, but crouching through the area will keep you in the foliage most of the time, and will be the case for Redfox, who will now have to pick back up the sniper.
Oh yeah, I didn't even think of this element of bringing the sniper back. Bit of an awkward scenario.
But it looks like he will get through. Of course, it's still the... well, it's hostile area or carrying the sniper, it's virtually very similar. And Redfox will go the long way around, or does he have an angle from here?
Don't tell me. He does, doesn't he? I was considering this like a week ago. I think I said in the stream, can you see Rico from the bridge? He's getting a bit of bush.
Oh, he's changing his mind. I'm not sure about the angle as well. But it was foliage, so I think he could have tried it, but I think he just has to get rid of that last mansion guard and he has a safe way back.
Yeah, I have to say, this is very close. Like, if Meekah gets to Rico quick enough and does go for that exit at the car, then that's pretty much game. And Redfox is probably going to go for the buff stop.
Oh, and it was Meekah who got rid of one guard. Redfox did have to take care of both who were now roaming, make it a bit more difficult, but Redfox shooting the last camera and getting through those guards, make it possible. And Meekah will get the snipe on Rico. That's the last kill down.
Oh, I think Redfox has it though. He drops his sniper.
He misses the shot, picks up the loud SMG, that's the last kill. And it seems that Redfox has a couple second advantage.
He better press that done button quickly. It's never been as vital as this.
You better not do the buff stop now, because that would cost yet another Santa Fortuna. And Meekah goes for the buff stop. No way.
Oh my god.
1 year ago, RR6, when the buff guy lost the Santa Fortuna map because of that, Meekah presses the wrong prompt, probably by...
I think he did on purpose. He did a little flex.
Yeah, and it is going to be another close photo finish for which we won't know the result just yet, but this seemed like the decisive moment after all these 4 seconds. Of course, Meekah will stay second no matter what, but this could have very well cost him the map here.
Yeah, wow. What a finish. That came full circle. That was amazing.
Yeah, and Redfox can be happy. Meekah doesn't mind the result, but Frivolous is now in a tough situation, because if we give this map to Redfox, then all he needs to do is win Sapienza, and Redfox will overtake Frivolous for 3rd place. So now it's all down to one map, most likely.
Yeah, wow. Do have to say as well, Meekah's angle there was very nice. That element I did not even think of. Makes sense, but yeah, really nice. Almost gotten the map win.
Yeah, we both missed it. The fact that it's any firearm kill. The fact that it's a silent sniper made it the easiest. That he could just snipe Rico there, but with the firearm kill, he didn't have to approach Rico directly and just forgot about it. And they both went buff stop, and was a really nice finish by the end. And of course, you don't know about the stream delays, but it's basically 3 to 5 seconds in it, which Meekah added a couple extra seconds to it.
Yeah, wow. Such a good map for the final match of the Div 4.
It's
Hope
great to
Sapienza is
see.
just as good.
Yeah, might even be longer, the way they handled this so well. But yeah, this is going to be the final map of Division 4 in Season 1. Yeah, very excited to see. Frivolous asking about the situation. If the match is a draw, so if Meekah takes the second map, then Redfox can... Let's look at the standings.
I think you're right. I think Redfox has to win this to be in the promotion chance. Otherwise, Frivolous is guaranteed, I think.
Yeah, the difference is 2 points. Redfox can only get 1 with a draw. The match draw, we talk about match draws here, that would put him to 13. If Redfox wins, then that's 15 points and overtakes Frivolous by 1. So he still needs to not lose Sapienza, and let's suppose that Sapienza doesn't draw, we will have a finish in 30 minutes. And let's suppose that there is a winner for Santa Fortuna as well. Like, of course, there are so many situations where the map itself can be a draw by not having a finish in 30 minutes or the photo finish being too close, but at the end of the day, if Redfox wins the match, then he takes 3rd place. And that can be a 4-0 or a 3-1. Both fine for him.
Yeah, exactly. And I was going to say as well, Sapienza, we saw earlier, was also picked by Meekah. He saved both of his Sapienza picks for his final 2 matches, but he did actually lose Sapienza in his match against Frivolous. He actually lost his map pick and won his opponent's pick, so just because he has the advantage of the pick doesn't mean anything. It's going to be a good one.
This previous match was also a classic. The Haven Island spin. So I remember setting up the match, and it was 5 firearm kills, 3 firearms in Haven and then 2 in Sapienza. But Haven itself was already tricky because it had the sniper kill and silenced SMG, and disregarding the pistol kill, which is free anyway, but it severely restricted the loadout, and then it was still a very close finish, and I think Meekah won by just over 30 seconds. We could see the photo finish timer run out as Frivolous was finishing, but then Frivolous came back in Sapienza with basically a perfect Sapienza. Of course, it was 2 inside disguises, we mentioned Steph and Green Plumber, but I think 5 minutes in he was already out, so proxy disguises set up, and the 2 kills, 1 loud even, just worked out perfectly for him.
Yeah, exactly. And River Spin coming in. If you want to take this one, finish it off.
I'll happily. This is where it all ends for Division 4 this season. If it loads for me.
Oh yeah, it does seem like it actually did go blank.
We are going on a cliffhanger here.
Insert drumroll audio.
We are not getting the spin. The players are not getting the spin. Just gonna confirm it with the players that it's blanked
Yeah,
out.
as long as they don't have it, we should be okay.
And I'm refreshing and I'm not getting anything. We get a match log. Oh, Meekah. There's already a Meekah win for Sapienza now. I wonder if multiple down presses happened and then one just came through for the second spin.
Yeah, I'm not too sure. I guess in the very off chance that the spin is just voided and we can't find anywhere we can verify a new one. But hopefully it resolves. I can't actually seem to access it on our site either. I'm not sure who Oh, it does seem like I got someone to get this share the spin.
Okay, so Papier did give a spin there to the players. Now I'm not exactly sure if we consider it as official.
Yeah.
So you're saying it's not even showing up in... I can get the match results. No, it's frivolous Meekah. You're right, there is no Redfox Meekah here. The unresolved photo finish from Santa Fortuna is there. And the second spin has Meekah finishing in -4 minutes 59 seconds. So apparently, I think that I think what must have happened there is Meekah finishing or pressing down twice, and then the first one started the photo finish, and then the second down press basically counting for Sapienza immediately.
Yeah.
But I see a spin. What would have happened here?
I don't. If so, when you're saying in the Div 4 chat, that one isn't actually legit.
I can see the last message. Info took it serious. Yes, I gotta take the admin serious. Yeah, you can base me whenever. I see a spin as well. I'm not going to reveal it. I think what might be better is that if someone's who's not working on this match could just set up another.
Yeah, I'm currently setting up the tournament overlay in HITMAN, so I can trigger the spin up for you.
Oh, that's amazing.
So we're on Sapienza. I'll make it devious. No, I won't. I'll do a random.
Oh, apparently I missed the kappa. I did. I guess we have lots of options from here now. We can make it an admin match, I guess, and we don't have to wait out the 5 minutes. Exactly. That sounds perfect. This also gives us an insight to what happened in Santa Fortuna, and I could already see in admin chat the calculations of the photo finishes. Also, I won't reveal it myself. I'll leave it to whoever actually calculated it, but Redfox's finish came 8 seconds earlier than Meekah's.
Oh yes, so it's gonna be close.
So with PC versus PC, it's a sizable Redfox lead. I also read that Redfox had one more restart. I can see some huge loading times here. Like I guess neither of them had preloaded. It's over 30 seconds even.
All right, I have the spin. I'm gonna send it over to you, and I just want to see if that timer shows up for you for fun.
Sure
I have
thing.
It due for 2 minutes from now, just to give the players time.
Yeah, that's perfect. And I just mentioned to the players that you are setting up a spin, and then even if it's 2 half matches, which is going to be a nightmare for Curry if he wants to keep a complete log, but from the 2 half matches we'll somehow make it to one full result, and whatever happening is live here, it's official enough, so we can definitely verify it ourselves. And this is what I'm putting into this OBS overlay. And yes, It is 1 minute and 35 seconds to go here until a Sapienza spin, so we are good to go here.
Add another minute to it just in case. And then give it to both of our players and they should be good.
Yep, that's perfect, and already so much is happening. All the admins are working very hard, even in this last match of Division 4. I can already reveal the photo finish results of the first map, Redfox versus Meekah. Redfox has done 8 seconds earlier and had 35 seconds of loading time across 2 loads, and Meekah had 31 seconds, so 4 seconds less across his 1 load, so Redfox takes Santa Fortuna by 12 seconds. So that's the first point for him, and 1 more map win away, or a tie away from winning the match and clinching 3rd place.
Alright, seems like our players are all ready then. Just have to wait out the timer now, I hope.
Awesome. Of course, I don't see it in Division 4, but they must have been notified in DMs, so everything must be okay. I just love it. Like, yeah, sure, read out the spin, and then it goes blank.
Good way to send out the league, to be fair.
It has to be something special for this last match for sure. We would have had, this is the what RouletteLeague.net had, Silvio Caruso Scissors as Mansion Security and Frenny Falling Object as Stall Clerk. So I guess one interesting disguise and one sort of interesting kill method, but kind of plain and simple. So let's see what this last one will be, the actual spin now.
I'm gonna assume Red Fox is okay. I DM'd him the link. He's talking in chat, so I'll assume he sees it.
Yeah, they are both quite active, so at least in the division chat, so should have been reacting or should be ready. Now
of course,
yes.
You guys, but say you could definitely take this one again. Hopefully, it doesn't go white on you.
Now it has to be a conspiracy if that happens again, but take 2 of the final spin of the Division 4 season. Silvio Caruso, Electrocution as Dr. Oscar Lafayette, Francesca De Santis, Assault Rifle as Red Plumber. Much more spicier. Even though, of course, it's still just approach Francesca and kill her at 2.5 minute mark, but depending on which disguise you start with, can be an interesting Lafayette grab.
Fox isn't here. Probably gone to sleep.
Now, of course, it's just scrolling up to get a direct quote from him, but you wasn't exactly sure if he can play out the whole match. Now, this was a quite short Santa Fortuna, so he should still be around. I'm not sure how long he got, but always the doubts in our minds what can happen with the player.
Seems like Red Fox, I DM'd him, but for some reason he didn't have notifications on or something, so of course.
Ah, yes. Red Fox is the person who sometimes shows that he has 7,000 notifications, so I guess he didn't see that he got 1 more.
Yeah, we'll do a respin.
All right,
keep it fair.
Absolute fairness. It actually matters, so I guess.
Oh, it
respawn to same spin.
There we go.
Now it's a clear, yeah. And now, of course, nice Meekah stopping, so we are... Thank God, says Meekah. He's
That's
happy.
That's really funny.
He got the right idea, of course. Red Plumber into Frenny, into... I guess just use the right sync for Silvio, and then the agony of trying to get Oscar as quick as possible, but it's a lot of loadout items either way.
Oh my God. I'm a mess. I apologize.
It's No, it's perfect. I guess it's a new environment, you know. We got so used to the career system, and now we're on the Mr. Mike system, just calling it by the creators' names. But
There
it's
we
gonna
go.
be super ready. 2.5 minutes. And yeah, in typical Div 4 fashion, it's not like Division 4 is messy or it's anything worth memeing about, because the play has been super nice to see, and obviously all 6 of you are capable roulette players who in this upcoming RR9 can go not just 1 or 2 rounds but many more. So I guess it's just a light-hearted finish to a light-hearted division, and yeah,
Exactly.
trying to get the longest match this way. Well, I guess technically started at midnight my time, but I guess the 1 a.m. is closer to that, so like half an hour ago. So if this goes long, then this can technically go longer than 1 hour. But all good, all good. We'll we'll clean this one up in the morning, but we'll have the score. It's official that Redfox has won Santa Fortuna, and we will have an official result here. Now there is no done button, which means that we'll have to look out for the players finishing. I'm not sure if they were instructed to post done in the chat or just...
Yeah, we'll kind of wage it by yeah, I'm sure they'll do it in the chat, but we will wage it by the stream as well, as that's how the photo finish would be calculated.
Yeah, it's not... What's the worst that can happen? Another photo finish that's even closer.
Please don't. We have enough mayhem. Like Mando said, it was always going to be the final Div 4 match to cause this.
Yeah. I guess at that point, what is another 5 to 10 minutes to figure out one more map result? Now, frivolous, I wouldn't be in their position. Your spot riding on a photo finish result. Now, I just want to avoid that just because of Friv. Okay, take 3 of Sapienza. I took the first 2 and they went horribly wrong, so I think it's your turn again now.
Sure, I can take this one, why not? So we have Silvio Crusoe injected poison as the lab technician, and Francesca DeSantis drowning as biolab security. And yeah, what a spin. The couple we were supposed to get previously were also amazing, but this is the first one that came up straight away again, and some very fun disguises. You don't see couple together very often.
So it's not only not only 2 live kills. Of course, drowning it's live because you don't have to KO the target, but it's a rare biolab start, which I really like, and I like these disguises, which are usually just an afterthought if it's a regular spin, but now starting in the lab you can get this not too difficult disguise grab, but still a nice detour here, and you can even set up the EMP and exit somewhere else if you do have the time.
Yeah, definitely, and like you said, both players are going to start biolab. Definitely the best play, without a doubt. Nothing you can do before then anyway, because they're both live kills. Although, the Red Fox going straight up the pipe, whereas Meekah got the smuggle and is going to deal with cams.
Quick replan for Redfox.
Oh yeah, quick replan.
Yeah, and
nice lead now.
And this spin and the fact that you don't have to fetch any items means that Meekah has a lot of time to do some caretaking. He already got the disguise. He can use the security later. There's the EMP, which will be picked up by the technician there. I'm fairly sure, so unless he detonates it right now, which would lock down Franny, I'm not sure about this decision.
Yeah, that's definitely going to get spotted and picked up, like you said, because I know a lot of people place it under the table because they're so scared of it being seen. But yeah, that could come back to bite Meekah if he pops that near exit and it's already gone. He's going to panic a little bit.
Well, speaking of the virus and worrying about the secondary objective, Redfox has got rid of the virus, which will trigger Franny, and I'm not sure how do you get a drowning on her in the later half of the spin.
Yeah, I think he's just going to leave the panic wear off and deal with Silvio maybe in the time being. Although he does have the security on, so
He's looking
not
for
too sure.
Francesca, and he might catch her at some point. It's hard for me to say. Sometimes it says for me target lockdown. I'm not sure if it said this time as well. But very shortly after, Fren is not running, she's just walking downstairs, so Seeker shot should land and put her towards the toilet.
Yeah, it's gonna be interesting. It's a very strange dynamic right now in Sapienza. You don't see often having to worry about the panic. Yeah, strange that both players opted to try deal with it early on. I guess Meekah didn't directly do that.
I'm not even sure if he still has the EMP or not, because I would expect that the detonator is already gone, long gone. But he's waiting for something. I guess just the Silvio isolation. Not the exact best place for that. We can see there's the EMP still, so I guess I was wrong there. And Meekah wants to isolate from above. I'm not sure if both of those Chanks hit. Oh, they did. I'm just worried about the Chanks being eaten, but Meekah gets this very safely.
Yeah, it's a nice kill down for Meekah there, whereas Red Fox is just distracting these guards long enough so he can run downstairs and get the drown onto Franny.
We will see if that was long enough. It's agonizingly long, 10 or 15 seconds. Even the door stays open, so the housekeeper
Lord.
could be trouble, but I guess not. And the guards have stopped, so that's all good for Red Fox. It's 2 objectives down, 1 to go.
Yeah, hard to say who's in the lead right now. Although Meekah's down there earlier, Meekah has to go probably up to Franny, top floor, join her up there, and then come back down. Not too much of a detour, but sure it's going to be close.
And arguably Red Fox is done with the harder kill, made it very easy. But Meekah also has at least 1 guard to take care of, and it will be his or Franny's office bathroom most likely. I guess the only really viable toilet up here. But how long will it take her to get there? I think she's going to just walk inside again, so because being held up by the Franny cycle.
I'm not sure. I think she's a bit of a delay. But is he going to go for the shot here? It's a scary one.
Lots of eyes, guards, VIP guards and civilians, and Meekah just wants to wait until Franny is here. It's going to be another 45 seconds, which might just be the difference again, because Red Fox will shoot the panel now. Silvio is really close. Red Fox doesn't want to go through this door. Not sure if he has a crowbar, but we'll go the long way around. And he can't really hide in time. I think Moo's prediction is quite correct, that Red Fox trying to be fancy might be his demise. Because this is red guns. A question mark on the guard. It's a target lockdown. I think the panic has not spread yet. I think at this point, if it's not orange, then Red Fox is fine. But he's still not poking the guard, and now the body will be found, and now it's over. Oh my goodness, Red Fox.
Wow. He nearly had me for a moment, but...
it's that situation. He almost has us, and then it just sadly at the very end it falls apart, and I was really interested to see how long he could have kept it, because I think before that KO it would have still turned back into green.
And yeah, I never know how to react when a player puts themselves in a bad situation and saves it. It's kind of like they set the house on fire and they also put the fire out. You're like, congrats, I guess.
It's just for us to watch at that point, and
yeah, it's just content.
Exactly. Not much content left for Meekah. The 2 kills are down. The EMP apparently is safe in that spot. It is great to know, and it is going to be a great win for him as well. Takes 1 more point on his 10th and last match to deny Red Fox the top 3 spot. Nothing close this time.
Yeah, we have the dawn from Meekah as well. No photo finish, thank God.
And it is undoubtedly a 2-2 score, which will end it. And definitely a double photo finish otherwise, although I wanna say that if that situation was contained quickly by Redfox, then I think it was more than 30 seconds of win by him and then a 4-0 score, but it wasn't meant to be. And I think I can show the standings now. At least the spreadsheet I can trust to be up to date. These are the final standings of Division 4. The Observer, now you are ThatObserver, but at the start you were the Observer, win with 19 points and impressive 6 wins out of 10 matches. Of course, not counting the 2 dropouts, and I think you might have gotten some other scores since then. Meekah on 17, only 1 loss, the player with the fewer losses in the division, and then Frivolous, thanks to this Redfox draw, just finishes in the top 3, and he will face the 8th place finisher of Division 3 in the promotion relegation playoff next month.
Yeah, amazing from both players. Super unfortunate for Redfox. I know he really wanted that win. But yeah, I have to say Meekah as well. That 1 loss is crazy. The other 9 matches always taking a map is super impressive. And yeah, definitely one of the players that scared me the most by a mile was Meekah. I was the only person to take that loss from him as well. Like, the only reason he has a 1 in there is because I won 1 match against him. Otherwise, he was flawless.
It was.
Yeah.
I was checking the tiebreakers if it came to a Meekah win here, because then you would be on 19 points each. And then, yeah, Meekah swept you. I think that was the first occasion, very early on, probably first week even. And then the rematch was a 4-0 win by you. So even the head-to-head was tied. And then the next tiebreaker was who won the more matches. And then it's you with a very impressive 6 out of 10 wins. I think that's also worth mentioning a lot, that 6 out of 10 matches you won both maps, not just your own map pick, but the other ones.
Yeah, what a bracket, the first division to finish. So nice to see.
Yeah, of course, unfortunate that it started with fewer players. Unfortunate that we had 2 dropouts, but the 6 of you have done a great show, and all of you had some great scheduling. All of you scheduled very nicely that no one had to be reminded to catch up. And yeah, it was meant to be a 7-week season, and this is the Friday of the 7th week. So there could be still the weekend to have some matches, but there we have it. All 30 matches that count are now finished.
Yeah, exactly. And I was just about to say, we could check as well. I know it won't be final, but if I recall correctly, is it the player in 2nd of the division goes against the player in like 8th or 9th?
So the first and the last are are automatic. So it's like a playoff with the result already decided. And then you go down and you go up. So the 2nd versus the 9th, and then the 3rd against the 8th. So technically, Frivolous will have the harder opponent, but it's so close in Division 3. I'm not sure if I can bring it up here, the current standings, but it basically, both of them will get some opponent, and then it's just going to be really fascinating to see who does what.
Yeah, not many matches actually left. They have 18 in total to do, because they have 9 opponents and 2 matches against those opponents. So looks like we only have about probably between 10 and 20 matches left.
And that sounds about right. I now brought up the Division 3 standings, so we can see that as things stand, Pineur would be playing the playoffs against Fopper, and Matty Spice against Frivolous, but of course that can all change. And then they will play 18 matches in total, hopefully no dropouts in the last week as well. And then you can see here that I think 10, 15, 20, no more than that amount of matches left.
Yeah, it's going to be over pretty soon as well. Of course, we have RR9 coming up, so might be a bit bumpy. But I think the players voted to continue, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, it was. Well, technically an even decision between the divisions, that divisions 2 and 4 opted to stay on schedule, but for division 4 it means that it ends here. It actually didn't matter which schedule you go with. Division 2 will opt to end during RR9, and the divisions 1 and 3, so Meekah and Furious' opponents, will pick this league back up after RR9 finishes for the final week. So technically they are still supposed to get up to 16 matches during RR, but should someone have a deep run in Roulette Rivals 9, then of course they can still catch up on the final week.
Yeah, exactly. It'll be fun to watch.
Absolutely. The league, Roulette Rivals, everything will be fun to watch, and yeah, lots of great roulette and lots of great hitman coming in the future. So yeah, just a pleasure to cast all of these, and it was a great first-hand experience to see this Division 4 unfold.
Yeah, most definitely. It was amazing. Such good players, even in Div 4. Like, everybody's so good.
Yeah, the fact that all of you have played at least 10 matches, and then even more, the fact that obviously everyone had at least practiced a little, or the fact that they showed up and played all the spins already means such a difference. And I think compared to roulette players who didn't have the time or the motivation to play in the league, I think that will show up in the next Roulette Rivals, and no matter the division, everyone's a force to be reckoned with.
Yeah, for sure. And I just wanted to check there because I was curious how many matches there have been played. I think it was 326 matches in total, and we only have 74 left, which is crazy. So over 250 matches have been played, which means 500 maps have been played so far since the beginning of this league. Just about.
It's crazy. Just imagining the manpower. How luckily we made not we, guy called the Curry Maker did all of us automatic for most of the season. But if this all had to be admin and casted, then it would have been such tiring effort. But this way, with the multi-Twitch links and the self-admin matches, it's just been a really great experience to just casually, low-key following not just your division, but the other divisions as well.
Yeah, it's so amazing the work Curry Maker's done. Because, like you just said, imagine if 250 matches had to be admin up to this point. Like, that's crazy. Or 9 wouldn't even have that amount. Nowhere near, I don't think.
The 250 matches reminds me of the World Championship, which will come up in October, November, because that will be more than 200 matches. But we'll cross that bridge when we get there. It's going to be its own adventure. But for now, it just spread out over the longer period. I think it has been really nice so far. And yeah, can't wait for the other divisions to finish. But Division 4, just congratulations again to all of them there, and especially you for winning it.
Thanks so much. It's a pleasure. Can't wait to Div 3. Bop all of these Joker and 420 and mood looking lads, but
they are already scared, and we'll try to promote away from you, to not meet you, and then of course someone will relegate Sadie from Division 2, but it's definitely a story for the next weeks, not just now.
Yeah. And I was just about to say, we have to wait until the other leagues finish, and then technically we do have a couple more Div 4 matches, because we have to see those second place and third place fight-offs or playoffs.
Yeah, so for you and the people not in the top 3 of the division, now I can't bring back the standings, but of course Redfox, Nezuko and Rusty, no more matches for you until season 2, but the promotion relegation playoffs will happen after the other divisions finish. I think it's around the 10th of September. So yeah, a month from now.
That makes sense. So yeah, it's a little bit of practice for those two players to get in for that. But that's going to be fun to watch.
Absolutely.
It's the biggest stakes. Oh my God. I'm so glad I don't have to fight somebody.
I'm trying my hardest to avoid those spots. Like, nothing more stressful. Of course, the format we didn't really talk about. It's in the rule book, but there will be 3 matches, up to 3 matches, and each match is a first to 6 point affair, and you have to win 2 of those matches. And so it's not down to one match; it's down to series of 3 matches. It's like, I guess, the NBA playoffs. Like you win one match and you just get one step closer to winning the whole thing. So the goal is to not have it count down to one spin or one match, hopefully. One rip, one IOI moment.
Wow, yeah. That's going to be so fun to watch. Just checking the divisions. Imagine like Yanini and Buff Guy against Fanium and Mikulers would be such a good day to be watching the stream.
Oh yeah, absolutely. They will be trying the hardest to get out of those spots or get in those spots. It's just depending if it's the top 3 or the bottom 3, but yeah, you can see it in Division 3. I think of the 2 full division or the 3 full divisions, they have made the best progress, and we can see everyone still has at least 3 matches to go. So Joker is leading, but at least Mu is on schedule to take first place, and Fortuna and Chrome will try their hardest to win more. So definitely I feel a bit more stories to be had here.
Yeah, for sure.
But yeah, this is, I think, all we can say about D4 at least, and the first Finnish division now confirmed, and at least 2 more game weeks to go. Of course, lots of matches still in the other 3 divisions. We'll be bringing you those matches from those 3 divisions and the promotion relegation playoffs when we get there. But for now, I want to thank ThatObserver for joining me again.
Yeah, thanks so much, and for fun. It was great to cast the last one with you. Such a fun match, especially the first photo finish ending we had on Santa.
I think it was a really memorable match, not just because it was the last one, not just because of the setup and the review after, but the way it all went down, and both spins were very entertaining and definitely a good watch there. So I also want to say GG's to both players, and thank you everyone for watching, and until next time, see you everyone.